You're on.
All right, so I guess I'll ask the first question.
Wait.
No.
No. Okay.
You want the first one? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, can you tell us a little about yourself and like what your story is?
As far as the trucking business, or
Yeah. Just like, how did you get into the trucking business? Yeah.
well, we started with one truck that we are going to haul our own stuff with, and then we needed something to do in the wintertime, so we bought another trailer to haul some corn with, and then the next thing, somebody wanted us to haul something else. We needed more trailers and more trucks, and just kept expanding, and to the point now where we have 35 trucks that we own, and we lease on another 15, so we're running about 50.
50 trucks.
With that said, we haul mostly specialized stuff like distiller greens and brewer malts and cotton seeds, a lot of feed. Most of what it is kind of a feed grain thing.
Interesting. Wow. So you guys have really grown.
Yeah. I've been over a 10, 15-year period.
Awesome. All right, so first main question here is, how do you get compensated for your contracts? By the mile, getting to the location, etc., and how profitable is the business?
First question is, how do we get paid? We get paid by the ton or the bushel. So if it's a commodity, we get paid by the ton. So if we haul 26 ton, we charge that out by so much a ton, and that's what we get paid for. If it's a grain, we get paid by the bushel. So if we haul 1,000 bushel of corn at 25 cents, we get $250.
Right.
What was the second question?
How profitable is the business?
It's been better with the COVID and all the different things, and the price of fuel and stuff going up. It's been a lot tougher, but
right.
We still are able to pay our bills and hire people and buy trucks and do things.
Yeah, seems like it. Expanding all the way to 35 trucks.
It's been okay. It's a challenge because every day you gotta buy fuel and tires and insurance, and there's just so much cost to running it. But that's part of what's made it work, is because of the fact that when we got to 35 trucks now, we make our profit by volume, not by individual.
Nice. So, do you get any subsidies for your business from the government or no? No. Okay.
Not lucky.
We just pay the government.
Oh, and taxes.
We pay sales tax, we pay fuel tax, we pay road tax, we pay wheel tax. Let's see, what's the other tax we pay? So there's no government subsidies whatsoever.
Wow. So are there extra taxes because you're a trucking business?
Yes. There's heavy use tax, there's wheel tax, and there's what they call IFTA tax, which is that's a international fuel tax deal that they do, so that helps pay for the roads. So yeah, we pay four different taxes above any other individual that would just own a car, for say.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, so I know you kind of already hinted at this one, but how do you think that like the change in the economy has really affected your business? So, like for example, like COVID, gas prices, like new roads, also new regulations.
The fuel prices have been just unbelievable because they've been so unstable. You can't charge the right rate fast enough. By the time fuel goes up to $5, we're still hauling it for the same price that we're getting paid is a $3 fuel. So by the time you raise it to $5, then all of a sudden the fuel starts dropping. So then they drop the prices back down again, and they go down faster, and they go up. No, did I say that wrong? They go down faster than they go up, because we'll fight to get a price increase, and then when we get it, then the prices go down, they drop it immediately. So the fuel prices have made a big difference, and the whole COVID thing has really been bad because of scheduling now. We just don't have as much help. We don't have as much variety as far as what we can do and what we can't. So it's been really tough since COVID.
Right. Okay. All right. So next question. How do you plan where you will go such other logistics? Like, how do you choose which contracts to take and which contracts not to take?
we've been fortunate enough to be on what they call dedicated. So when I started the plant that I was hauling for, Marcus Energy, which is a distiller's an ethanol plant, they were small and they grew, and I grew with them. And so my contracts kind of came along with them, and they've been really fair with us as far as pricing. So we haven't had to. Otherwise, when I do haul things that's maybe not in a necessary contract, I look very hard to find stuff that pays around $3 a mile, because my cost of operating a truck is $1.80. So at that point, if I can put $1.20 in my pocket to pay some of the upkeep of the trucks and replacement of the trucks and stuff, and make some profit. So I got to try and make $3 a mile, which, the other day I just figured something out, and we did something for 20 cents less than $1.80. We did it for $1.60, but we do have loads where we're getting paid, $3 a mile. So then we do make it. So you kind of got to take the average.
Oh, so you look for the highest profit margin?
Yes.
Okay.
Which ain't always true. Sometimes you have to take the load just because it is what it is. So you don't get a choice on it, but that's what we try to do, is always try and take the load by the highest profit.
Okay. So as far as like maintenance and upkeep has gone, like how have you really improved your system over the years?
Buying more in bulk. If you buy 1 or 2 tires, they cost $800 a piece. If you buy 100 tires, they cost $500 a piece. And the same with fuel. By us burning as much fuel as we do, we get a huge discount on our fuel savings, because we guarantee the supplier, that we're going to buy X number of gallons of fuel each month. So they give us a bigger discount. So that's where we've really, saved in a lot of areas, is the volume purchasing.
Okay. Have you ever considered using some of these more digital platforms that like try to optimize your gas? I know Upside is one of them. Do you use anything like that?
We use a lot of digital platforms, depending on, our trucks are all GPS tracked, and again, I keep track of things, and that keeps track of fuel mileages and everything else. And all our tools are paid for on the digital side, and all our dispatching is digital. So we do use a lot of different things.
Last time I checked on your fleet service, a lot of them are required oil changes.
We don't keep track of that. We have a different system for that.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
We do it through the company that does our e-logs, because that actually is a more precise mileage. Plus, when we get audited by the federal government or whatever, it's all in, where all they have to do is hit one button and print it. So
Right.
Two systems. We could put everything in one system, but the one, because we've been in it so long, is $40 a month. And the other system's $120 a month to add that. So we save $80 a month running 2 systems.
Right, because that Verizon Connect is pretty expensive.
No, that's the cheap one.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I thought
we've been in it for 15 years, so we're still grandfathered into old pricing.
Oh, that's nice.
If we go to J.J. Keller, that's the one that's $120 a month, but it'll do everything.
Dang.
Huh. So I've heard that there's kind of a driver crisis within the industry right now. So what do you do to get drivers to like stay at your business? And has employment been an issue for you in the past, especially now? You cry?
I cry a lot and tell them that they got to stay and they can't leave me, and I get down on my hands and knees and beg. And no, I'm kidding.
Do you give him the puppy? Do you give him the puppy dog eyes?
What's that?
Do you give him the puppy dog eyes?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
We do a lot of things to try to retain drivers. It's easier to retain than it is to train. So we try not to lose drivers, and we do a lot of different events throughout the year. And again, try and treat them well and pay them as good or better than anybody else.
Yeah,
and
right.
Yeah, that's really a problem. I'm always struggling to keep drivers.
Yeah, and didn't you have a driver quit and like leave a truck somewhere?
Yeah, that happens.
Jeez, how do you deal with stuff like that?
It's It's just the
Bless you.
everyday part of business.
Huh. So the government has deregulated the industry for some time now. Did that affect your decision to enter the industry? And was it harder to start a limited liability company or an LLC?
Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions, a lot of things going on, but hang on just a second if you can, or do you got to stop it? I got to make one quick text.
Yeah, you're good. You're
Okay.
Anyway, back to the question. Was the government right? Was that what you just asked?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I started the LLC. We started the company, and at that point, that wasn't hard to do. And as we expanded, everything worked out well. And the government regulations, everything was so regulated by the governments and city, states, and federal. I mean, you just gotta deal with it. That's the way it is. If you don't want to deal with it, you shouldn't be doing it because you're going to do it. That's just hardly a business that I had that didn't have to deal with that. So you just gotta give up an attitude that you're going to deal with it.
Okay. So does the product that you're hauling affect like the profitability? Like, does it depend on what you're driving?
Yeah, because again, it's all very similar products. So I mean, we don't. Some products pay better than others, yes, but for the most part, everything's kind of because it's more tied to either food or grain. All organic beans, they pay a little better because that's a food crop, and kidney beans, that's a food crop that pays a little better. But some of the straight feed to the farmers because they got so tough that don't pay. That's probably the least thing. So that's kind of a loaded question. Yeah, some do, but for the most part, it really doesn't.
Okay.
Right. So what started as a small agriculture business has now shifted more to a trucking company. Do you prefer the trucking industry or agriculture part? Is it stressful?
Both. That's an answer. I love the agriculture part of it because I'm outside and dealing with the farmers and the ground and the fields and the crops, and I like the trucking industry because of the challenge it is. I mean, is it stressful? Yeah, sometimes can be more stressful than others, but for the most part, it's a challenge. An opportunity is, what an opportunity is. That's a challenge. So.
Right. So are you glad that you gave those other parts to Brandon and Casey?
Only because they're doing a good job with it. Am I glad? Maybe not glad, but happy. That's probably a good word because again, they're doing a good job with it. So.
Yeah, I don't know about Brandon. He can slack off sometimes. Is he there right now?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not there. He's out trying to work.
Huh. Okay, so this is more of a personal question. So, have you ever considered driverless trucks? Because I know that's starting to become a thing.
That's what I did. That's how I got into it. I started driving truck and then moved out of it into management. So, if I retired, would I consider owning a truck and just being me and driving a truck? Yeah, because it's so much fun.
All right. Well, this is the last fun question. What is the longest route you've driven, and have you ever?
What do you mean fun question? The rest of them weren't fun.
More fun to you.
Chase is no fun.
What's the longest route you have driven? Have you ever left the country?
You can't leave the country.
I know. Well, it's probably expensive to get a permit for Canada or something.
Oh well, no, we went to Canada quite often.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, we used to haul cattle in and out of there. When I was driving, we hauled cattle in and out of there. And my longest trip was Alaska.
Oh, I didn't know you've been to Alaska.
That's a long trip. What were you taking there?
1982.
That's a long time ago.
Went to Alaska with cattle.
Cattle, wow.
But we hauled a lot of cattle in and out of Winnipeg, Canada. I can't think of the other. Over by Windsor, Canada, which is over by Detroit. We did haul down to Mexico one time. We were only supposed to haul the border. The trucks didn't show up, so we had to haul into Mexico. We hauled a lot of cattle to Miami, Florida that went export to South America. So we haul them right down to Miami to a cargo plane, load them on the runway. So one week I ate I ate breakfast with Mom and Dad, and they asked me where I was going. I said Florida, and I come home Friday night, and I said, you guys called them and asked them if they wanted me to bring fish fries home. They said, yeah, and we're eating fish. Mom said, where did you go this week? I said, Florida. She said, that's all you did? And I said, no, we went there twice.
Nice.
Awesome.
I wish I could go.
Well, that's all the questions we got for you. So
Well, that ain't A+ quality answers. I don't know.
No, that was just exactly what we needed. We really appreciate you for your time. It's really interesting talking to you.
Perfect. Huh?
Yeah.
Boys, give her hell.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
I think I'll be up there in like 2 weeks too, so I'll see you then.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Yep. You have a good one. We'll see ya. Say hi to Jolene for me.
I will.
Okay. Bye.